Hey guys, and welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. Today is a longer one today. It's the Christmas meal prep. Well, Christmas prep. So first what I'm going to do is peel these cooking apples. And I've got my multi-cooker there. Because I'm just going to use the sear function on that to do this. Because it doesn't take long. And I'm going to make my filling for a Christmas streusel. I will have all the ingredients listed below for each recipe. Yes, there's more than one. So this is apple, raisin, cranberry, cinnamon, bit of mixed spice in there, Christmas spices of course. What else did I put in? Some brown sugar. Anyway, my house smelled better than one of them Airwick spray things. It was amazing. I just added some butter to this and a drop of water. So in with the cinnamon quill. Look at that look. Common sense says it's not going to go in there. Duh. So I'm just added some mixed spice. I'd say about half a teaspoon. And a teaspoon of cinnamon, even though I've got the quill. Because I want the apples to be coated. A couple of heaping spoons. Alright, 3. Of brown sugar. You see I'm being really precise. So an handful of cranberries. And 2 handfuls of raisins. This has not got to be as precise as all this. Not for this anyway. One way or another, you're going into the pan. So that's what's in there. Just set it to the sear function, and I'm going to cook this not until they fall apart. I'm going to cook this just until they're soft. I want to keep the entire shape of those apples. You're going to get the odd one, you know, that gets a bit softer than the others, but yeah. And I just put, literally, I think it was about 50 ml of water in there, just to help the sugar dissolve properly. I've took it out, and there's all the juices. Now I've let it sit until it's cooled right down on that sieve, because I don't want all them juices on the pastry. Because what you're going to end up with, a soggy bottom. So, yeah. And this is puff pastry, so as you know, not a chance of my making it. You want to make it, I've had it. I've had it. No problem. I'm not doing it. So this will be for New Year. Yes, I am prepping that far ahead. And it's very, very easy. Once I chucked everything in that pot, it just cooked itself. You ain't going to do anything apart from stir it. Then empty it out into a sieve, let it cool down. And all I'm doing to this is just rolling it out into the shape I need to make my lattice. Not lattice, streusel. Think of the word. No way would I make a lattice unless I had a tool. Pastry dislikes me as much as I dislike it. So I'm going to take the filling, and you can see that although they're soft, because they're going to go in the oven again as well, remember, so don't turn them into mush. You don't want like a paste. They've held their shape. Lots of fruit. Really put in a good amount of fruit here. And then raisins and cranberries have soaked up a lot of that butter and the cinnamon and the mixed spice. You'll see I really pile this up. There's nothing worse than having a pudding and you're sort of hunting for the filling in it. So to make the filling and put it in that pan took about 5 minutes. So it's not something that takes a long time. The longest part of this is waiting for it to go cold before you put it on the pastry. So you want a gap at the top and bottom, and you'll see why. You can see I'm not sparing. There, look. There's a few left. They got eaten with some custard. And I'm just going to stretch out these sides a little bit more. So I'm just looking at it as I go. I figure I need a little bit more on the edges. Now, I am not a baker, I'm just a home cook. Is this going to be perfect? No, of course it's not. I don't work with pastry enough to make anything perfect. But the point of it is, it's homemade. I know what's gone into it. And it's yum. So I found this the best tool. So you just go in at an angle. Just try your best to try and keep them all the same sort of size. I say that and then I do one thicker. I find it harder on the opposite side to match up where they are with the other one. So I counted how many slits I had on the other side and made sure I had the same on the opposite side. So I'm going to pull this bit up, and you're thinking, oh god, what a mess. No, I pull this bit up because I don't want any filling. You'll see in a sec. I'm going to follow that line, look. There we go. And I've tucked the edge in so that nothing leaks out of there. That's all you needed to do. So I'm going to pull one over, and that's all you do all the way down. And again, it does not have to be perfect. I think that's the charm of homemade. People know it's homemade. They appreciate the effort that you put in when it's homemade. You just keep crossing them over. It's as simple as that, really. Remember, the filling is already cooked, so I'm going to bake this on gas mark 5 until the pastry is well cooked all the way, top and bottom. It took about 35 minutes in my oven. Mine's a gas oven. So just pull that up and cover it with that one. And I'll say this over and over, I am no expert when it comes to anything to do with pastry. Egg wash it and then pop it into the oven, a preheated oven. Just sprinkling some granulated sugar on the pastry. And there it was when it came out. See, it didn't leak out the bottom end. And I let that cool and it went into the freezer. One pudding done. Yummy. The smell of Christmas. Right guys, I'm just going to pop in with this. This come while I was doing the Christmas meal prep, so I thought why not just shove it on there. So in here, Steve tried these last time and he doesn't like these. There's 2 bags in here, 2 big bags. It says sharing, but yeah, that's just printed wrong. So I'm going to try them this time. Then there was these. Oh, they were, I think, $2.70 for the 2 giant bags. These are cinnamon rolls. 2 bites. But, I mean, Steve's had them. It's not 2 bites, is it, Steve?
3.
Yeah, you're lucky to get 1. You could probably fit 2 in. Kids are really going to enjoy those. They really love cinnamon rolls. Perfect for pack up as well. And they are going to be ecstatic when they see I've found another one of these. Even Steve likes this. And he's not much on box mixes, are you? But this really is a nice one. So there's 4 packs in there. Makes 4 big trays of brownies. So girls will be happy with that. These are vegan, no colourants, one of your 5 a day. These are supposed to be quite healthy as a snack. Sour apple fruit snack. They just bite pieces off it, it's just flat. So it was £1 for all of them. I think there's 10 there. Cake and Cat have the Nutella. So I spotted this on there and it was in the 50p section to clear it out, so I just got that. Beef stock pots, I think they were 90p. Barney, these are good for pack cups. Yeah, not a lot to say about them really, they're just good for in the pack ups. They really enjoy these Milka chocolate shakes. Caitlin's not really bothered about the chocolate shakes in general, but she does like these ones. So I've got 2 of these. I can't put them in pack up because they'll not like, their skull will not like them being put in for pack up. These 21 cup cones with the sweetener. I don't know why they have to put sweetener in it without when ice cream goes on top, but whatever. I usually get the kids a big tub of ice cream for over Christmas, so they'll come in handy for that. The Ghirardelli. And these are what made me do an order. So I think, no, there's 30 altogether. The Go Ahead fruit and oat bakes, apple. Amy absolutely loves these, and she likes to take them to school as a snack. If she don't take these, she don't take anything, does she? She's not bothered. She's quite fussy. So I got 30 of these, and they were, I think they were about 10 pence per bar. So that's not bad. I don't know how many you get in a box normally. Is it 6, Steve? Yeah, and when you had a look the other day, how much was there? £2.50 for 6. So yeah, should be happy. And both of them will be happy with these. These are the Welch's fruit snacks. Let me turn it round. They're only real small, made with real fruit, gluten free, no preservatives. So these are just tiny little fruit snacks. Those they take to school for snack in the morning as well. They both like those. They've never tried these. You're all aware what Amy's like with a pain au chocolat and stuff. I've got to check and see whether Caitlin can eat them. I think she can. But I've got 3 bags of these, and I think they were about 70 pence each. So I've got 3 of these. Now I was having a look at a couple of recipes, and it asked for anchovies. So this was actually on there. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it wouldn't have been a lot. So yeah, I just got that for a recipe. I got some Pepsi Max Cherry. These were down to 10 pence a can. So I think 5 pence. I only paid £1 anyway. How many's in here? 1, 2, 10. I only paid £1 for them all anyway. So yeah, not take long to get through those. And the last thing was, I spotted these. Now these are the type of pork scratchings that me, and particularly Steve, really enjoy. I might let him have both of these actually, since you don't.
I don't know.
Do you not want them? With a big grin on his face?
I don't like them.
Okay. You can get the big puffed ones, but we don't like those. But these ones are really nice. So I got a couple of these. And that was all I got really. And that was from Best Before It's Gone. They're changing up the stuff real fast, so I think people are ordering a lot. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. And the Ghirardelli. But yeah, didn't pay a lot at all really. So just thought I'd show you what I got, and now I'll carry on with the prep. So now on to the next, and it's cookies. Santa's got to have his cookie, what can I say? But apart from that, I do like to have the cookie dough in the freezer for the girls, so I can just pull it out over the Christmas period. It saves me having to whip up a batch. I double batched both my recipes. So I'm just going to cream these together. Again, I will put the recipe below. It's a quick and easy recipe. Make sure you really combine that butter and sugar. Some vanilla. Give them a good mix. Make sure they're well incorporated in there. Just trying to clear up as I go, because I know I've got more to do. So we've all got to have cookies at Christmas. So, which ones are these? You can see the bowl is quite full. Again, I did double this recipe. And I cooked a couple out of each batch so you could see what they turn out like when they're cooked. And the rest went into the freezer as cookie dough. I think these are the oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip. My Amy really likes these ones, and Steve does. So stop it once it's combined. Add in. Oh, this might be the soft cookies. So I got these mint green chocolate chips, and I use, see, there's someone snuck up behind me there, and that is Steve. And he found he really liked these green mint chip ones. He still lingers even though I slapped him. So yes, he really does like these. So this is quite a loose batter, this one. And these, if you're going to make them straight away, you would need to refrigerate for the batter to harden up. I didn't do that, obviously. I went in there with my scooper and just took out a couple so that I could show you what they're like when they're cooked. So those ones are spreaders, look. They do spread. That's the oatmeal raisin. I don't know why. Oh, here they are. I was going to say, I don't know why he's showing you before I've made them. So again, it's a double recipe. This one is Amy's favourite, although she enjoyed them mint chocolate chips as well. So that's definitely something I'll be using again. If you're going to make cookies, stock up on the brown sugar. Lidl's is a good price for that, an oldie. Like I say, you've seen them when they're cooked. The oatmeal raisins spread a little bit, but you scoop them out and then you just press them a little bit on top because they don't spread as much as the other ones. Always when you're making cookies, make sure that butter and sugar is really well creamed. So I'm going to incorporate the egg. Scrape it down. Because this one's a lot thicker, it's not moving from the sides. So make sure you scrape down. I don't think hand sneaks in on this one. Add the next egg. And make sure that's well incorporated as well. If I'd cooked these, they wouldn't last more than maybe 3 days in this house, because if they're there, they're going to get eaten. Which is why I choose to put them in the dough in the freezer. So next, flour, and that's cinnamon. Salt. Baking powder. Bit of vanilla. You'll have to let me know, guys, down below what you're prepping ready for Christmas, if anything. Or do you just do it all in a couple of days before? There's all the fruit and the oats. And the chocolate. I'm not using little tiny pieces of chocolate because they just melt. I like to use the bigger pieces. That way you get your little bite of chocolate every time you bite into them. You can see this dough is a lot thicker than the other ones, so it's a lot easier to wrap up and put into the freezer. So again, I took a couple out, and you've already seen them baked because he showed it back to front. So all I did was, with this one, onto some cling film, wrapped it in foil and cling film again, in a log. The other one, because it was a lot looser, I put into just poured it into a gallon bag, took the air out of it, rolled it, and put it into the freezer. This one sets quite well. The other one, it stays a little bit soft. So just be aware of that if you plan on making these in advance. And just wrap again an extra layer. So again, there they are. They're the ones with the mint chocolate chips in, and they're the ones that I've just done. The oatmeal, raisin and chocolate chunk. They're really nice and moist cookies. That's how I stored the other ones. And they just went into the freezer like that. Last one. And I cooked this one too and popped it straight into the freezer. And then Boxing Day, all I shall do is defrost it, pop it in the oven for maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes just to warm through. Although you can eat it cold. So this is short crust this time. Yes, I can make short crust. But why bother when he brings you home a block of it? And it saved a bit of time. So this is quiche. And in this quiche, I put in some smoked sausage, some chicken, bacon. So I do pre-bake this. I put a bit of parchment paper over. Put my baking beans in. You don't need to have baking beans. You can have a container of just rice that you use to weigh down parchment. That's a cheap way to do it, rather than spending money on baking beans. I don't want the pastry to shrink into the tin, that's why I'm not taking it all off. So I'm just going to put my baking beans in. And I give it half an hour on gas 4. Took the beans out and the paper. Put it back in for another 10 minutes. just to make sure that the bottom was well cooked and I'm not going to end up with a soggy bottom. So I'm just going to slice up what I'm going to put into the quiche. You can put whatever you like in. If you want some peppers in there, whatever takes your fancy. If you're going to put mushrooms, I do advise that you cook them first, because mushrooms can release a lot of water. So for my egg mixture, I use 1 pot of cream. So between 280 and 300 ml of cream and 5 eggs. And then I pop in some dill and some parsley. I'm just going to pop some onion on the bottom. Bacon, which is all pre-cooked. Now the smoked sausage. Just try to make sure you've got a bit of everything everywhere. And the last bit was the chicken. And I use 2 chicken thighs for this. It stays a lot moister than, oh, I don't like that word, moist. A lot moister than using breast, I find. So I'm going to pop the tomatoes on the top. So there's my 5 eggs. Give them a quick whisk to break them up. There's a bowl on the floor with excess scraps for poochie. That's a pot of cream. That one was 300 ml. Between 280 and 300 would work. So you're just going to pop that over. Now I'm going to take off the excess because the pastry is already cooked through. And I'm going to grate the cheese on top and just bake it until it is cooked. Each oven will be different, but about 30 minutes, gas 5. You just want to make sure that the egg mixture is set. And that was it. And that as well has gone into the freezer. Another job done. That one was for Boxing Day. So it doesn't take long if I can manage to do a bit of prep with a chair just to help when I need to sit down. We can all do a bit of prep. It takes the strain off on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So thank you if you got all the way to the end. There will be one more prep video before Christmas. Then I'll do the Christmas Eve cook with me. I'll try to do the Christmas Day. And then we'll do the Boxing Day as well. Also, there will be the Christmas food haul as well over Christmas. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it if you can. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.